to Mock the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien. Joining this week are Ed Gamble, Kerry Godliman and Rhys James, Rosie Jones, Hugh Dennis and Tom Allen. We start tonight with a round called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what is happening. So what is going on here?
This can't be the first time Melania's thought, just one little push.
Is Melania saying, remember, Donald, she's about this tall, and she goes by the name The Queen.
Is they saying, what country are we in? Oh, I want to buy it.
Is this a picture of someone with English as their second language and Melania Trump?
Is Red Riding Hood wondering why she married the wolf?
Is he saying, remind me, Melania, how do stairs work?
Is she thinking, how much have I got to pay the pilot to crash the plane?
It's a little dark, isn't she? Total example of you can say that and I can't.
Right.
Is she saying, welcome to Switzerland, just go over to that man holding up a sign for Dignitas? And if Rosie had said that, you give her a round of applause.
Is he saying, if you try to escape again, the Secret Service will shoot you?
It looks like he's instructing her how to grab something, which, to be fair, he is an expert at.
Anyone have the correct answer?
Yes. This is Donald Trump, and he's here for a NATO summit.
Absolutely right. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yes, this is US President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania. This is the news that the Trumps visited the UK this week for the 70th anniversary NATO summit held in London. Were you following the summit?
Oh, avidly.
Oh, I'm sure you were.
Everyone was only allowed 4 minutes to speak.
Yes.
Presumably
yeah.
they had a Mock the Week buzzer to...
They did. And then at the end, Nish Kumar came on, they threw bread at him.
I probably had 3 hours at a hotel in Watford, didn't they? And I thought, if anything's going to make you reach for the nuclear button, it's going to be 3 hours in Watford. Staring out the window going, what are we even protecting? You know, the Harlequin shopping centre.
To be fair to Watford, the Harry Potter experience is quite close to Watford, but the only reason they didn't have it there is Boris was worried he'd be mistaken for a fat Malfoy.
I once had the walk from Watford, from the train station to the theatre where you do your show there in Watford, and I wrote down 5 different nightclub names because they were all amazing. Watford has, I can't remember all of them, but I remember the one called Prism. With a Y, P-R-Y.
Oh, class, that's classic.
Full I mean, Scrabble scores huge on Prism.
Can we all go up for that?
No, I don't like it that much.
The amazing thing is that they had it at Watford, this, like, golf resort hotel, which is just so incongruent. That's, like, one posh thing and one shit thing. You might as well have done it at Monte Carlo Leisure Centre.
It's nice to have it at a golf hotel with Trump there. He's going to be so easily distracted.
It has to be.
With golf right in front of him. It's like trying to have a meeting with David Cameron at a hog roast.
So they've got to have it in Watford. Try getting a table for 29 in London this near Christmas. You got no chance. You'd have to go to Wagamama's at 9 a.m.
Why are we hosting this? Like, we're falling apart. We're having a general election.
Yeah.
It's nearly Brexit. The royal family's gone off the rails. Why are we hosting? It's like going to someone's house for Christmas. It's getting boring. She's just... Her husband's left her. The boiler's packed up. She won't stop crying. Let's go round there for lunch.
How did tensions affect the schedule for the summit?
Macron said that NATO was brain dead.
Yeah.
Right, and then the Turkish president said, actually, no, it is you who is brain dead. So I'm mad that these are, like, the biggest leaders in the world. And the argument is still, I know you are, but what am I? We're 2 steps away from the Turkish president going, look, we're all being a bit immature. I think the way to solve this is dickhead says what?
Macron criticised NATO's inaction over Turkey and the Kurds. Erdogan criticised him back. Trump was being ghosted, basically, by Boris Johnson for the week.
It's like Christmas dinner at my house, that NATO meeting. Seething resentment, angry words, and everyone coming to blows over Turkey.
Oh, beautiful. No, here it is. Yeah, well done.
Have we talked about the Beast? That he arrives in this car called the
Great. It's a big black stretch limo with blacked out windows, isn't it? It's got it for safety. And it will work, because in Watford, people will just assume he's on a hen night.
What was the big question he was asked?
Not to talk about the general election.
Yes.
But he can't help himself. That's like someone in a restaurant when the waiter says, don't touch the hot plate, and they go,
Corbyn was there. Corbyn was at one of these things.
He was, yeah.
And that's what I find amazing about it, is because this is the whole point of this is it's NATO's 70th birthday, right?
Yeah.
Corbyn is also 70 this year. So he's obviously just turned up going, it's a joint thing, this is a joint thing. Yeah, the balloon says 70, that is for both of us, that is for both of us.
I was in the door going, no, look under, no, not under C. Try J for Jeremy. No.
Yeah,
Try O for O, Jeremy Corbyn.
You know all the, the stuff about them, laughing at Trump? And...
Yeah.
But you can't hear it. You can't actually... They're not, saying it outright.
No,
It's a
they're
lot
not.
of speculation. That's when you scour social media for evidence that your mates are laughing at you at a hen do.
Yeah.
You go, look at the way Claire's holding her hair. She's saying I'm a slag.
Harry, you seem to be doing this as universal observational material, but I think it's saying more about your situation. you know, when you're scanning the internet looking at what Claire's doing.
You scan social media? No! What, looking at exes? Oh, yeah. Do you do that?
I'm not allowed on the internet anymore.
OK, Grant, by the way, what is the fear about the NHS?
It's to do with the the patenting of pharmaceuticals.
Yes,
so
yeah,
they want to extend it, make it a longer term in terms, in line with America.
And that would cause a problem because...
That would cost more money to the NHS in terms of purchasing.
Yes.
Can you ask him to explain that more coherently and lucidly?
No, I think he's done absolutely fine, Hugh.
Oh,
Thank you, Dara. Us baldies stick together, you see.
Yeah.
How do you think I got the job in The Apprentice? You're fired.
Ironically, baldies can't stick together at all. Just slide right
We don't stick together by the top of our head, Ed.
We don't all go, ooh, lovely, static electricity. Yes, the drug costs in America, that's the fear, is that because there are certain drugs that cost, say, £2,000 in Britain, would cost £9,000 in America, right? And that's the fear. But obviously what they should do is, if they're getting them for £2,000, they should buy loads of them, then go to America and sell them for £6,000, and then fund the NHS by selling America's drugs cheaper back to Americans. Why has nobody thought of that?
Corbyn keeps banging on about how we're under threat from Big Pharma.
Yeah.
I only just saw that written down today, so for 2 weeks I've thought he's scared of a big pharma.
Off my land! Which celebrity has been out campaigning for the Lib Dems?
Hugh Grant.
Yes, it is Hugh Grant, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Here is Luciana Berger. He was also out with Chuka Amuna. Just knocking on doors in a way that would be totally natural, and not in any way would you open the door and go, holy shit, that's Hugh Grant.
Do you think he's sort of living his life backwards? Like this is all just a ploy to do some method research for Love Actually?
He just knocked on doors until he found Martine McCutcheon's house. And
got the cards out.
Yeah.
I'm just a man standing...
It's a different part of this... No.
No, it's different. It's a different...
Wait! Tom!
That's all right.
You could not be more wrong. Absolute moron. Hugh Grant, Love Actually, knocked on doors
Yeah.
from Martin McCutcheon,
Yeah.
but she didn't do
Simon Peck.
paper one.
Yeah.
That was Keira Knightley. That would
Andrew Lincoln.
Herbert guy.
Harvard guy.
Yeah, no.
Different Andrew.
OK,
How many times do you watch Love Actually? You seem very well acquainted with it.
Jason, they're not on endlessly and constantly.
You don't have to watch it, Dara.
You're on television constantly, and I don't watch you.
James Rutland, Portrait of Tom, Hugh and Rosie! Now we play a round called You Went to NATO, I Went to NATO. This game involves Tom and Reese, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, let's spin the wheel. And the first subject is the environment. Who wants to come in that? Reese.
We've got to do more, haven't we? We all know it's a big issue, the environment. We've got to do more stuff, but they're expecting too much from us too soon. OK, it's baby steps. Like, I know that I need to switch to a plant-based diet, really, but it's baby steps. Like, recently, I've given up chicken nuggets, all right? Might not seem like a big deal, OK, but I've gone nugless. That's what I decided. 3 months ago, I saw the first climate march. I was like, yeah, no more nuggets, right? And I'm smashing it. It's been 3 months, not had a single nugget. I'm doing so well. Slight confession, I'm eating a lot of goujons. Twice as many, and they've got way more real chicken in as well. It's awful for the planet. It's a terrible mistake. I thought we'd solved it with the bags. When we switched to charging 10p for the bag, I thought that was the end of the issue. I thought we'd done it. But it's not enough of a deterrent, is it, 10p, when you're at the checkout and you haven't remembered your canvas bag, and they go, do you want a bag for 10p? You're like, well, what's the alternative? I just eat all this now. Yeah. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, cauliflower, mustard and Dettol. Yes. I need a bag, please. Costa are the same. Costa, they'll give you 10p off your coffee if you're taking a reusable cup, right? Because they're like, oh, we're Costa, we care about the environment. No, you don't, mate. If you care about the environment, Costa, why are your receipts the size of a duvet? Get a grip. But it is handy having that 10p, because you can take that 10p and spend it on a plastic bag in Sainsbury's. So it is ideal. No, but I think I know why middle-aged people don't like Greta Thunberg, right? And it's because she makes their kids look shit. Brag about your kids with her on the scene. This is parents in the playground stuff now, isn't it? With their parents just going, oh, yeah, oh, is your son Jamie? He's made the football team, has he? Oh, well done. My daughter is the face of the campaign to rescue this planet from the jaws of oblivion. But, good luck with a little kickabout, Jamie. Off you go. Oh, your son, Lucas, he's made his grade 4 cello, has he? Oh, well done. Yeah, my daughter is the reason he might live to see grade 5.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, Reese. OK, that leaves Tom. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And it's travelled.
Travel, OK, fine. Well, I travelled from over there. One of my favourite travel experiences was at secondary school when we went on the school music trip to France. And to get on the school music trip to France, you had to be part of the choir. I was in the choir, and it basically meant you got to hang out with all the other 13-year-old homosexuals who didn't yet realise they were homosexuals and their chatty female friends. And it was a great place to go and learn how to play a show tune on the flute. Not a euphemism. And this was back in the day when it didn't matter where you were going with the school. If you went on any school trip, you had to go by coach. Like, if you go to Australia, you go by coach. This was supposed to be a 5-day trip to France. We spent 2 days on the coach getting there and 2 days getting back. It was basically a day in France. So, on this trip, you really had to make the best of the coach trip. And for me, my favourite bit was when we got to stop off at the French hypermarket. So I thought that would be a great place for me to show off how much better I am than everybody else, because I'd actually been paying attention in French. So I went over to the patisserie and I said to the man there, "Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît." And according to the French classes, the man behind the counter should have responded by saying, "Oui." Il y a un croissant ici, which, when you think about it, is basically the equivalent of someone coming over here and saying, "Hello, I'd like to buy a pasty, please." And then the man behind the counter responding by saying, "Yes!" There is a pasty here. I'm not even mentioning that it's part of a meal deal. So I said, "Bonjour, je voudrais un croissant, s'il vous plaît." And then the man behind the counter responded in normal French by going, blah, 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 blah. I had no idea what he was saying. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, my friend Kevin was no help. The only French he spoke was the French horn, which is a euphemism. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I say they teach us how to speak French. Most of the time, they teach us how to sing it. I mean, I could have stood there and gone, quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? But the idea of a 13-year-old English homosexual standing in the middle of a French hypermarket going, what is the date of your birthday? What is the date of your birthday? Couldn't be any more absurd. So I just responded by saying, oui, oui, d'accord, d'accord. Ended up with 8 kilograms of ham.
Thank you very, very much. Points there to Tom. Our next round is called If This Is the Answer, What is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Rosie, which category would you like?
Oh, home news.
OK, your topic is home news. The answer is 27 days. What is the question?
Is it how much time does it take me to tell one joke?
Is it how long it takes Boris Johnson to open his Father's Day cards?
Is it after lying to get into my local Christian school, how long did it take staff to realise that I wasn't actually a teacher?
Is it how long does the average VAR decision take?
Oh, you lads.
How long does Prince Andrew have to stay at someone's house to tell them he's not friends with them anymore?
How long did my French hip-hop group Ratatouille last?
Oh, I want to see that.
I really don't want to see that.
Just be Ratatouille.
Is it the number of days of Christmas Jeremy Corbyn is promising if he gets elected?
What is the average journey time from Guildford to London on South West Railways?
Is it how long did I live rent-free in a London office just by purchasing a Deliveroo jacket?
Well, all I've done for the last... Well, I don't know what you've been doing. I've been writing the lyrics of the Ratatouille songs.
Sorry, no, those are copyright.
Oui, je suis Ratatouille. Ami, voici le Super Boogie.
It seems to be sort of hemmed in by your lack of French knowledge.
Hit a very big wall
Yeah.
in about 8 words' time.
Well, if you're already on Le Super Boogie, I think you might...
It's the RMT strike, isn't it? It's how long will the South West Railways be on strike?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much. Very good. Yes, the question I was looking for was, how long is the South Western Railway workers' strike expected to last? This is news that the RMT union have launched the longest strike in the history of the railways as part of a long-running dispute over the role of guards. Nearly half of all trains are expected to be cancelled by the strike, causing havoc for commuters on South Western train lines. That picture, I suppose, to illustrate the strike, that looks like
I was going to say...
any day on any train in London.
train-
If anything, people are going, oh, look at her, she gets to drink her coffee. Oh, look.
It's actually so busy that's someone else's coffee.
But it's all about who gets to close the doors, isn't it?
It is.
It's literally all about the doors, and the RMT think it should be the guards, because they have the best view of the bloke struggling down the stairs who's late for the train with the suitcase,
Yep.
and they can judge exactly when the right point is to shut the doors in.
I just think, I see pictures like that, I just think, just everyone all lube up and just push them on. You walk in and there's a pool and everyone lubes up as they go into the station. And they all just... But the trains don't need nationalising, they need moisturising.
But they're all crammed in really tight.
Yeah.
Wouldn't people in the middle just explode out of the middle?
They explode out the middle, then they're up on the next level, and then you can sort of slither more people on.
Slither more people on.
Yeah.
Surely, so too, if you push against it, like, you'll slide off them.
Well, you should know, it's very much the bald head situation.
It is.
I think the balds would be best. I think balds would be best. We'd be the most streamlined.
Oh, we're fantastic. I cut through it. Like, I'm like an otter.
You slow coach Harry's.
Yeah, you're all going to get snagged on each other like we're through. You're like a beautiful fish. Every so often we show.
I am 30, I have never paid for a single train. I've got a strategy. So what I do, I just simply dial up the policy. And then when the train guy comes round and they go, "Ticket, love," I go, "What?" And they shit them.
I don't know how you feel about this, but that's also my tactic for not paying.
You know what?
Charming? Not charming.
I really have to dial up the balls.
I mean, go on, do it now.
You know, I want to meet the guard now who approaches next time on the train after this has gone out and goes, "All right, Rosie, dial down the palsy."
Oh, shit.
But you'll be lubed up by that point, Rosie.
To be fair, I'm always losing.
In other news? OK. Moving on. What has reportedly been described as too gay by the Hungarian government?
Me.
Is it when you get lubed up for your train journey?
Many things. Hungary is very sensitive.
Ratatouille?
So the Hungarians have pulled out of Eurovision because they say it's too gay.
Too gay.
Too gay.
No one has levelled that criticism against the Eurovision.
Has it got gayer?
Well,
I mean,
haven't we all...
What's... It's because their song entries didn't get through, didn't it?
They're what?
Their song entries.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Their song called Traditional Values and Your Uncle's Just Exuberant.
Liberace is just a great entertainer.
They might just have pulled out because they are terrible losers. They haven't won for years.
They've never won.
And we have come last for the last 10 years, and we are not pulling out of Eurovision. And do you know why? Because we are committed to Europe.
You can't pull out at the last minute just because you're suddenly worried it's gay.
If I was a nightclub owner in the Eurovision country that's hosting it, I would be opening up a nightclub called Hungary for Cock, right? Also, I find it a little bit ironic that this homophobic country has a name that is Hungary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not even the Prime Minister. At the end of that round, the points go to Ed, Kay and Reese. Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, the first subject is things you wouldn't hear on a breakfast show.
Morning.
Just checking, this isn't live, is it?
And later on, you could go on the trip of a lifetime because Gino's telling us how to cook acid.
And coming up, we're speaking to 8-year-old coffee aficionado Jasper, who has just claimed the title for Britain's youngest wanker.
See me, right? I've had enough of all this bullshit. I'll tell you what's what after the break. Join me, Lorraine.
You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV+1, so the clock in the corner's wrong and you're already late for work.
Well, to hear more about the explosion in the opticians, let's go to the Flying Eye.
reports coming in of a major incident at the origami finals. More on that as it unfolds.
And now for the 60-second news roundup. It's Rosie Jones. Hello. Goodbye.
Later on, we'll be looking at what causes breakdowns. I mean, maybe it's getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do this job for 5 years. Maybe.
Today on the show, we're discussing sexism. Why is it that when a woman says she slept with loads of people, she is called a slag? But when I say that, I am called a liar.
Well, just time for one final quick look at the papers. Yep, she still wants a divorce.
Oh, Piers, that's such a compassionate, well-articulated thought.
And now let's find out what the weather's doing in your area. Or you could just pull back the curtain, David. I mean, do I have to do everything for you, for goodness sake?
Travel news now. Chaos on the trains as one of the lubed-up passengers has fired out the window.
And now for every lad's favourite part of the show, it's the weather. Over to it's a bloke one. Switch it to Babe Station.
Well, it's backing up at Junction 2, but don't worry, I'll get a poo in the next break.
OK, the next topic is unlikely lines from a Star Wars movie.
Chewbacca did not die in vain. These Ugg boots are lovely.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I was just in my bunk having what we refer to here on the Falcon as a hand solo.
Yeah, give it a few minutes. It's an energy-saving lightsaber.
I've done you a favour, and now you owe me one, Kenobi.
Actually, this Ewok identifies as a she-wok.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Mother Week made a set that was fucking inaccessible to disabled people. What are you doing?
No, I gave up ages ago. I'm Darth Vapor.
Speaking like this normal is not. Call me an ambulance. Having a stroke, I am.
If this is space, why aren't we all floating around?
It is the War of the Clones, or as I like to call it, Love Island.
Welcome to the Death Star. Sorry to be one of those hosts, but we're actually a no-shoe Death Star.
Right, cancel all my appointments. Chewbacca's just booked in for a Brazilian.
Oh, my God. Someone's doing a Jedi mind trick on me. I'm not in control of my hand. I think they're trying to send you a message.
Oh, no, I'm not Darth Vader. I'm Darth Vader's Tory brother, Taxi Vader.
Oh, do we have to fight with lightsabers? It's just that no one looks good under strip lighting.
That was Tom Allen with Jedi for the Straight Guy.
At the end of that round, the points go to Tom, Hugh and Rosie. That's the end of the show. This week's winners are Rosie Jones, Hugh Dennis and Tom Allen. Commiserations to Ed Gamble, Kerry Godliman and Rhys James. Thank you for watching. I'm Dara Green. Good night.
Podcast recommendation for you. The next episode will get you chatting through the stories that matter. Boys Will Be Boys in coming-of-age comedy, Ladhood, streaming now on BBC iPlayer. That's your weekend sorted. Graham Norton Show is on BBC One in 10 minutes.